Today on our 2014 Nissan Murano, we're going to be installing the Draw-Tite Trailer Hitch Receiver, part number 75647. Now here's what our hitch looks like installed on our vehicle. Now we'll go ahead and give you a couple measurements in helping you choose some accessories for your hitch, such as a ball mount, a bicycle rack, or a cargo carrier. From the center of the hitch pinhole to the outermost edge of the bumper, we have about 5.5 inches. From the top of the opening in the receiver to the ground, we have about 15.5 inches. Now let's go ahead and install our hitch. Now we're going to begin our installation by going underneath the vehicle and installing a safety strap underneath the rear exhaust here. Now with our safety strap in place, we're going to need to remove a total of 4 rubber exhaust hangers to allow our exhaust to be lowered down a little bit to give us some working room. Let's go ahead and point out the 4 rubber exhaust hangers. We'll begin over here on the driver's side. There's one here, one here, one here in the middle, and one over here on the passenger side. Now in order to remove our rubber exhaust hangers, we're going to use a little bit of spray lubricant and a large pry bar. We'll then go ahead and use our safety strap to help lower our exhaust down. Next, we're going to need to remove the tow hook located over here on the driver's side. There's a total of 4 bolts that will need to be removed in order to take the tow hook off. There's one here and here, as well as one here and here. We will not be reinstalling the tow hook, nor will we be reusing the hardware securing it. Next, let's go ahead and point out our mounting locations that we'll be using to secure our hitch to the vehicle. There's a total of 5 mounting locations, 3 over here on the driver's side, 1 here, here, and here, and 2 over here on the passenger side, here, and here. Now it's a good idea to use a little bit of spray lubricant and a tube brush to clean out the threads before trying to install your hitch. So we're going to use a little spray lubricant, and the nylon tube brush we're using is part number 814092. You want to repeat this process at all 5 of the mounting locations. It's a good idea, once you have the existing weld nuts cleaned out, to take one of the hardware that you'll be using to secure the hitch and make sure that it threads in easily. Next, let's go ahead and go over the hardware that we'll be using to secure our hitch to the vehicle. Now for the 2 rear mounting locations on both sides, we'll be using a 12mm hex bolt and a 1/2-inch conical tooth washer, making sure that the teeth face towards the hitch when installed. Now over here on the driver's side, this forwardmost mounting location, we'll be using an M10 hex bolt and a 3/8 conical tooth washer, again making sure that the teeth face towards the hitch when installed. Next, we're going to need to remove the valance panel that's located right here. We'll need to take out this push fastener here, as well as over here. Now to remove them, we'll use a flathead screwdriver or a trim panel removal tool. You just pop the center out, then it'll allow you to pull down the remaining portion. Go ahead and repeat that for the other push fastener. Next, we're going to need to remove 4 nuts on the upper side of the valance panel here. One here, 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 and here. To remove those, we're going to be using a 10mm socket. With all 4 nuts removed, we can go ahead and remove the panel here. We will not be reinstalling it. Next, we're ready to raise the hitch up into position. Now it's a good idea to get an extra set of hands to help you raise the hitch up into position and get the hardware installed loosely. Once you have all the hardware installed, We'll go ahead and center up the hitch and make sure everything lines up the way we want it. Then we can go ahead and tighten down the hardware. And torque it to the manufacturer's specification. Next, we're going to use the 2 supplied zip ties or cable ties. We'll use the tabs that we removed our push fasteners from. We'll go around the hitch to secure this fascia here. We'll go through, come back around onto itself. We'll repeat that for the other side as well. We'll then take a pair of snips or a razor knife and trim off any excess. Next, we can go ahead and reinstall the 4 rubber exhaust hangers that we removed earlier. Go ahead and use our safety strap to help bring the exhaust back up closer. Once our rubber exhaust hangers are back up in place, we can remove our safety strap. And that'll do it for our installation of the Draw-Tite Hitch, part number 75647 on our 2014 Nissan Murano.